Even for those of us too young to have been alive during the civil rights movement, Martin Luther King Jr. is a figure we all know. Children grow up knowing that he must have been important because he gets his own holiday. We've all heard and seen clips of his I Have a Dream speech on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. We all know he was a key figure who preached for nonviolence and spoke up for equality and civil rights. You can't think about him as an individual without thinking about his position as a symbol of a powerful movement. You can't think about his life without thinking about his assassination. And you can't think about his legacy without thinking about how the things he spoke up for are still being fought over today. This piece that I wrote to accompany Wilson's music with input and additions from Haley explores MLK's legacy, including incorporating many of his own words, which remain both powerful and very topical. And it also, I hope, reminds us all to keep challenging ourselves and our assumptions by striving to recognize the truth and to look within ourselves to ask what we can do to enact change. Now, please welcome our narrator, Jillian Pirtle.
The First Amendment of the Constitution says, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or of the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. King preached for the people peaceably to assemble, to demand redress, to dress an open wound in the side of the nation, dreamt of a better future for this nation, free from hate and fear and intolerance. His legacy, seeds planted in a garden he never got to see, and we have yet to see. This era of protests and marches demand the same things again, achingly familiar in new and unfamiliar ways, as everyone from late-night comedy hosts to NFL players ask, how are we supposed to protest injustice? In 1968, less than a month before he was killed at the age of 39, King said, "We will never solve the problem of racism until there is a recognition of the fact that racism still stands at the center of so much of our nation, and we must see racism for what it is." 50 years later, and the problem remains, not manifest in separate drinking fountains or overtly segregated schools or sectioned off buses, but in prison statistics and achievement gaps and the taking of innocent lives with no repercussion, no justice, and no end in sight. Cowards ask the question, is it safe? Expediency asks the question, is it political? Vanity asks the question, is it popular? The conscience asks but he must do it because conscience tells him it is right. The whirlwinds of revolt will continue to shake the foundations of our nation until the bright day of justice emerges. I knew who Martin Luther King Jr. was before I knew what any of this meant, before I knew what racism meant, injustice and violence and systemic oppression. There's a holiday in his honor, but they teach it like ancient history, a closed chapter in a musty textbook, an unfortunate past we'd rather forget. But it's so far from being over. That struggle that King and countless others lent their voices to, stood up and laid down their lives for. At what point does a person cease to be a person, exiting as a figurehead, a symbol of something larger? Where do we draw the line between person, leader, symbol? How do we distinguish the man from the myth and meaning? At what point does it cease to matter? No person is perfect paragon of virtues, complex and confounding. We are always seeking more power and wealth, more attention, more knowledge, more life. King challenged us to instead ask ourselves, how can we seek more truth? More justice, more love. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. King said, the demand for dignity, equality, and citizenship will not be abandoned or diluted or postponed. If that means resistance and conflict, we shall not flinch. We can no longer afford to worship the god of hate or bow before the altar of retaliation. History is cluttered with the wreckage of nations and the individuals that pursued the self-defeating path. Love is the key to solution of the problem of the world, he said. But it is still so far from being over. That struggle that King and countless others stood up and laid down their lives for. We are